Hello everybody, welcome back to another adventure with Charlie's Adventures. Today is January the 14th at 2:54 p.m. and I've come up here to the feeder. We're expecting to get some winter weather. Supposed to get some snow, and it's supposed to get cold down in the single digits this coming week. Today's Sunday. And, I come up here and to the feeder and started the feeder back up and put 2 bags of corn in it, and I've got it already filled, and the feeder had stopped up and this was what was left over, so I just scattered it all around. And the deer are going to get very little of this. I already know the hogs will come in here and just tear it all to pieces. And I had a bear in here the other day. He had come and visited here, and there wasn't nothing for him to eat. I had just let this feeder, I thought, feed out, but it had had that sweet feed in it, and it had just clumped up and stopped feeding. But I hadn't been back over here in a long while. But anyway, I just wanted to come and put a little bit of corn out for the animals, and this going to be some pretty harsh weather coming up. And if the coons or the squirrels or the hogs or the deer get a little bit of it, that'll be fine. Bears will probably come and eat some of it too. Just whatever gets it, I guess. But anyway, I didn't record none of it because you've all seen me do this before. You know the system of the feeder. The battery was still up on the thing, and I tested it out, cleaned it out and tested it out, and kicked all this corn that was already in it around, scattered it, and we're going to head back down out of here. I hauled another load of that mushroom compost up here and put it down there in the logging road. I'm piling it up for when springtime comes. We can kind of till it in, or whatever you want to call it, into the dirt that's down there, and maybe get something good going on the logging road down there. Another food plot's what we're hoping to do. But as you can tell, we got the Pioneer 520 up here. It's still doing good. I did during deer season. Deer season's over now, but I've got a busted boot right there. Can you all see that? The grease is coming out of it. Yeah, there we go. That's a better shot. Yep, we got a busted boot and the grease has come slinging out of it. I've already got a Rhino 2.0 axle at the house waiting to put it in next decent day we get. But that happened in deer season, and it's not stripped or anything, but it's popping. So, and that's how I noticed it. I didn't even know it was busted until I heard it popping. By then it was too late. And that goes to show you, you know, you might want to look over your stuff every now and then, your machine, and see if it's, you know, just do a once over. During deer season, you know, I didn't really look it over, just pretty much hunt and then come in and put it up, and then load it back up. You know, the night before when I was going hunting again. Kind of got neglected through deer season, but that's the way it goes. But anyway, and you know, I mean, I don't know that they would have been anything I could have tore it apart and put a boot on it, but is it really worth it? But anyway, it's I think it was 32 degrees a while ago when I left the house coming up here, and it's gonna continue getting cold as time goes on. But anyway, we're going to jump into 520 here, and I'm going to get myself back down off of the mountain. There was two big trees. We had some high wind the last little bit last week. Had some high wind, and some trees were down coming up. Two big trees, two big oaks. And luckily I could get in under one, and somebody had already sawed the other one out. But anyway, we're gonna get on down out of here, and I just wanted to let y'all know what I'm doing. I put new batteries. That's the reason the side by side's backed up right here. This tree right here behind me is where the flex camera's at. I put a fresh set of batteries in it, and that way we'll be able to tell what we're getting on up here at the feeder. We'll be able to see what's coming up here. And what would be nice if I could get the deer to come in here pretty regular, you know, and I'm thinking about getting some protein pellets for the deer. And from what I've read and studied, you want to start out feeding them anything different slowly. And I know I throwed a lot of corn out here on the ground, but the deer are not going to get much of that. It'll mainly be hogs, but we will have a deer or two come through and eat it. But those protein pellets, I'm thinking about getting them and starting feeding them, you know, kind of mixing it into this corn, and gradually build it up. And what would be nice if we could get some bucks coming here on a regular basis, and maybe get some sheds from here. But anyway, I'm gonna stop jabbering, and we're gonna get ourselves on down the hill here. Stay tuned. All right, back down here to the truck, and I've got the Pioneer 520 strapped down. I'm gonna have to do a good cleaning up on it since deer season's over. But this is that 8-point that I killed back, and I didn't really show it, and a lot of people was asking me why I didn't show it. Well, YouTube don't like graphic things. But I mean, he's not a huge 8-point, and he's not a little bitty one, you know. I mean, I've killed worse, smaller. But he had a brow tine broke off right here. He had this tine broke off, and this tine was broke off. He had that one, and that one, brow tine broke off. So this deer, he'd been fighting, and he had some decent mass there, and then that right there, you know. But a lot of people was asking me why I didn't show it anymore. Well, that day, you know, on YouTube you can't show graphic stuff, and that was my first time ever doing it, and you know, I didn't really know what I could put on there and what I couldn't. And the entry wound on that nozzler, I believe Randall said they were Accubon. You know, it was about the size of a softball, and that was on the entry. There was no exit, and I just didn't want to show all that on YouTube. But this is the deer, this is his horns. You know, he's not a great buck, but he's not a slouch either, you know. Seen worse. But anyway, I just wanted to show you all that. I've had a few people asking me about it, so Right there he is. And he's definitely been fighting. You know, had 3 times broke off. But all in all, wished I hadn't ever killed that deer. Should have let him walk. Or should have let my daughter have a chance at him. That would have been a great first deer for her, but it is what it is. I mean, that's all watering under the bridge now. That's how it turned out. But anyway, I'm gonna get myself up and out of here. Pretty cold and gotta go to work tomorrow, providing that the roads are able for me to get there. And they don't call work off. There's a chance that work could get called off. I highly doubt it, but it's a possibility. But anyway, I got the feeder up there loaded up, and we'll see what the flex camera gets coming to the feeder the next few days with this cold spell. And you all be safe. We'll see you on the next one. And come back and watch more videos of Charlie's Adventures, where we tell you no lies. So everybody be safe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.